Hello and welcome to this third installment of my video series on how to set up Weathermap for Cacti. And it's the new Cacti version, that's 1.x. So today we are, at my time now in July 2024, we are at point 1.2.27. Okay, so in this video I would like to go through the more advanced topics, like changing, as you can see here, the background color or the background of your weather map, where you can put a company logo, and you can change your switch or your icons inside your weather map, and also do some advanced customizations to your different components inside your weather map. Okay, so in order to change the background of your weather map, you first need to make a background. So I made one in GIMP, and then I uploaded this background to my background directory, and the background directory is inside images, backgrounds. So for my Debian installation, this is where you place your file or upload your file. And I have uploaded the company logo here, which you can see, and it's important that you don't have any white space. Weathermap doesn't like white space in names, so you need to use underscores if you want to have a white space. And it's important also that the file is read by everyone, or your or the user that your web server runs as. So the web server can read your image. So, and my image, I uploaded it as 1024 times 768, which I should have named this file this. I can change this now. Company logo. This is just to remember it for the next time. Okay. And when we go into edit map, we can go into, we can press F5 to refresh it, and then map properties. Now we see company logo, and then I need to set my map size to this, which I've done here, and press save. Then when we go into map properties again, we can see that it's still the same. So this is how you change the background image in your weather map. But okay, we would like to have some more icons, new icons in your weather map. So how do we do this? Okay, so then we need to go on the internet and find some icons that you like. So I'm using the Cisco topology icons, and I like to have the color. So I go into the JPEG here, download this JPEG, and do a copy link address. But now we need to change directories. So I go back, and we go into the objects directory, and we get the zip file down. So I've done a couple of takes, so this is the third version of this file, but okay. But then we just unzip this file, press enter, and then the files are unzipped into here. an issue with the file names. As you can see, they have white space in them. So this will not work in the weather map. So you need to change the file name to don't have, like you should remove the white space. So I did this with the work group switch because I like this icon. So I put the underscore in this file name. And now when I've done this, I can press on this object. And now I can select work group. Let's see, work group switch here. And press save. If I want to change the icon for the router, so let's find a Cisco router. Let's do the service router. Okay. But this will not work. I will just get blank because there's a white space. So we need to change the file name. Service. Let's see. There's probably a big S. Yeah, service router. Then we need to do like this. To like service router. And let's see if you can find it. Okay, here it is. Service router. Everybody can read. It's rooted owns it, but it's fine because everybody can read it. So now we need to go cancel F5 to reload from disk. And now we can go down to S, small s, service router, and save. And now, link, it shows up. So now when you do return to Cacti, you see it's the old icon, but to force it, you can go to console, management, weather map, rebuild now, continue, okay, weather map. So now you see new icon, yay. But again, but say you would like to customize it even further, so then you can go into the documentation for Weathermap, and this documentation you can find here, or this is the one I'm using, and I think this works. So you can go down to the config reference here. So here's the config reference for the different types of things you can customize in Weathermap manually. So one thing I like to do, because sometimes it's a bit annoying to have this, if you have a long host name, you would like to change the location of this label, then you can go in here and you have label offset. Click this, and then you come down to the label offset documentation. So then you can change the label from in the middle to, for example, we could do a south for this and north for this. Okay, so let's change this. But then we need to do it by command line. So then we need to find our config. And our config is in configs, as you can see here. And then we can open. And it's important that this video lab config is writable by this user. So maybe we can open this file by this user. So if you do sudo -u and do vi and then video lab on. So when we write it and go out, it's still owned by the www data and it's still writable because Cacti needs to write to this file. So we do this sudo space -u, and now we can edit this file. And we want to edit R1 object, as we see here, label R1. And we wanted to add we change the label offset. So I do a Control C there. And I like to use Vim, so I just do the safest thing is just to Shift Y, paste, P for paste, change word, and just type label and escape. CW, change word, and then do big S. So Shift S, escape, :W, save. So the reason I used Vim is because I don't want to insert a strange white space, because sometimes there's bugs with white space. So I just saved it now and used Vim. So I used a white space that's used here. Maybe there's a tabulator. Yeah, you never know. So I yanked it with Shift Y and then pasted with a P for paste in Vim commands, and then a CW, change word, change the label offset, and then inserted the S. That's like the safest way to change this file. And now I can see if my changes worked. So if I do a press F5, no, it didn't work. Okay, we go into edit map. Yay, it worked. So so we can do this for the R2. So then I like using Vim or VI. So I do a Shift Y as in, the letter Y. And I do a P for paste. And I write it. And we can go in here, F5, and it changed. And we would like to change the switch, Shift Y, letter beside the T, and a P, the letter beside O, and I change it to north. So, and I press R, the letter Romeo, and then change it to N for north, and I save it. And then dink. Then return the Cacti. Then we do a force rebuild. Yes, continue. Okay, map. And you see labels are changed. And there are quite a lot of things you can customize here. So there are tons of things you can customize. For link specific configurations you can, so there are tons of things you can do, and then you can have a really cool customized weather map. That will be the envy of everyone. Okay, so I think this was the okay, so the last thing then that I like to do is you see the positions here. So I'm a bit like As a network engineer, I'm slightly OCD. So we like to have things exact. So for the router 1 and router 2, we would like to have it exactly on the same distance. So we could change the Y, like the Y, that's the last number here. So we could set this to be the same. So I like to use a round number. So say we say, so then I use Vim again. So CW change word to 5660 escape, and go down here, change word 5560 escape, right F5. We need to be into the map. So now you see it's exactly the same level. And just for fun, we could change this to be 490. So you could do calculations and have exact positions of in relation with everybody or everything, like this, and change word to 50, like this. Just use a round number, and we could do a round number here. I don't know, it just looks nicer than something like this. So when you click it here now, you see that there's round numbers or pretty numbers. Okay. Okay. I wish you the best, and yeah, thank you for your attention, and happy weather mapping. Okay, take care. Bye bye.